So what's in the box? So it's unboxing day. It actually came a day early. I didn't expect these parts till tomorrow. These are the parts from Retrospective Scooter, and we are going to start unboxing. As I pull the parts out, I will explain to you what they are. And if I don't know what they are, we're going to learn together when we do the build. So I'm going to go ahead and pull these out and let's see what we find. It looks like on top is actually the grand finale. It's pretty heavy, so I think I've got to pull it out first. So what we have here is the swing arm, the motor, and it looks like the controller. I'm going to try to pull this out first. It's got the high voltage line going to it. Orange is always going to signify the high voltage. And this is the swing arm. We're going to see if we can pull this out as well. So on one side, we have the motor. So you probably can see that. That's the electric motor on that side. This hangy deal here is actually the hydraulics for the master cylinder and the hydraulics for the disc brake, which is on the other side. First thing I'm seeing that's interesting is it's got a Michelin tire on it. So this is a pretty expensive kit, and I'm glad they put a really nice tire on it. Now this is a disc brake on the other side. So we add a disc brake to the back where we had a drum brake before, so that's already an upgrade. So part of the reason this is interesting is that this all comes out with the swing arm. I'm going to put this down and try to explain that. And we'll see more of it later. But the swing arm hinge, which is right here, mounts about here in the bike. And basically the swing arm carries the whole engine on it, which is kind of crazy when you think about the engineering. So the whole engine is carried on the swing arm, the engine that's in there now. And that whole engine gets replaced by this one motor right here. So we're talking about the cylinder, the valves, the electronics, the oiling, everything is replaced by this simple motor. So it's pretty amazing when you think about it. When we pull out the engine, I'm going to try to pull out the engine and I am going to pull out the engine and the swing arm intact because that's the way that they need to come out. And so you'll see it's very interesting that everything is that drives the bike in this configuration and in that configuration. Everything that propels the bike is all mounted on this swing arm, which I find to be amazing. So even more amazing in the gas configuration than the electric configuration. Very heavy. I don't think it's as heavy as the engine and the swing arm, but that's what we're going to find out. We're actually going to weigh everything. Ooh, I'm winded. What do we have next? So next we have, this is the, so this is the underseat charging station. So basically what's going to happen is there's underneath the seat, and this will fit perfectly, is this is going to be a little pan. As you can see, it's pretty much the shape of under the seat, and it's where we're going to see the charging. And I see we have a problem right away. We've got a crack. Oh, that's not real good. Oh, we're going to have to see what we're going to do about that. I'd hate to return this and wait on a whole nother set. So I guess it got cracked, probably in shipping. But if it's not that critical, I don't know. I just may try to repair it. At any rate, so we have the underseat pan, and we have you can see the state of charge here. And I think that this is the plug for the charger right here. We've also got some LED lamps that are going to replace the headlamp for that. And I'm not sure what's in here. It looks like Ever Motor Universal. Well, we're going to find out what that is. Well, that's disappointing. It's just going to sit under the seat. It's not cosmetic that somebody's going to, be looking at it. I might fix it with a little piece of metal and some screws. I just don't want to hold up this whole build over this. It doesn't seem like it's affected anything functionally. But anyway, that's that. These are some cables. So what's interesting there is the clutch cable is going to stay. So it's going to run under the bike just like it does now. Clutch cable is going to stay. Brake cable, of course, is this brake lever is going to the front brake. So there's nothing to happen there. But the clutch cable is going to stay. So also the brake cable, you can't see it from here, but that's also going to stay. And so the clutch will turn into a kill switch. So basically, if you find yourself in some kind of situation where you just want to stop the motor and all the electronics right away, you're going to pull on this what will have been the clutch before. So that's what these cables are for. I also noticed on the motor itself, we have this, and this is actually going to connect to the twist grip throttle. Okay, so that we can no, wait a minute. No, wait a minute. I think that actually this is going to go to the brakes, but the throttle will be incorporated electronically into the motor and the controller. So yeah, that's the way that works. What else do we have in here? So wow, thought there'd be more. Oh yeah, so these are the two battery holders. So they're going to go underneath these cowls on either side. They're going to fit inside the cowls. Now the batteries, again, which are kind of lost, or I don't want to say lost, but just not here. And I don't have any tracking on them yet. They are coming from China, and they are specially made to fit underneath these cowls, which you see that there's not a lot of room in there. And they have, I'm told they have LG cells in them. So LG is of course, a major manufacturer, refrigerators, TVs, everything. They, the reason why it's important that they have LG cells is these batteries have little, almost like CR123 batteries that you've seen at the hardware store, all in a row and all soldered to each other. That's really what makes up a battery pack. And you want a quality battery. You don't want a cheap battery making up your battery pack because, for example, you could have cells fail one at a time. I think that they're built so that it doesn't make the whole battery fail, but still, if you have cells failing, obviously you're losing range. This is the battery holder. I believe this is probably going to be for the starboard side or the right side. And let's see, when we get to putting this all together, I might find out it goes on the other side. So that'll be fun for all of us. Yeah, that's it. That's everything in the box. I hope I'm still in frame. I don't see anything else in here. Maybe I will make a call to Retrospective Scooters tomorrow at 5 a.m. maybe, which is about 6. It's about 11 their time. And I'll tell them about the cracked pan, and maybe they'll express me another one. I don't know. But again, I don't think it's a tragedy. It's not something major like, of course, the motor, the brakes, things like that. I'm going to go ahead and put all this back in the box and not subject you to that. And we're going to get started on this thing just as soon as possible, probably this weekend. And I'm going to try, like I said, I'm going to try to film a lot of this. I'm going to follow Retrospective's own tutorial that they have online. And then I'm hopefully going to expand on that a little bit and make it interesting, and make it a better step by step. Maybe it will be, maybe not, but I'm going to have fun anyway. So thanks for watching, and as usual, like and subscribe. And oh, one more thing I want to say, that I'm finally looking at something called YouTube Analytics, and I see that while many of you family members have told me that you've watched the video and that it's great, and I do appreciate that, but you got told on. So when I look at the analytics, this is about a 10-minute video, the one I posted yesterday. I see an average view time of 3 minutes. So that average tells me that it's quite possible you're kind of looking at the beginning and look at it. But I understand this is not your thing, all my family members. Some of you are still 3 years old, 5 years old, 7 years old. So I understand, but I'm just kind of having a little fun with the fact that now I can see analytics on my videos after I posted one single video on YouTube. So, but for everybody that's viewing the videos and liking and subscribing, I really appreciate it. And we'll see you next time.